With the 138th pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles selected defensive end Shareef Miller. He becomes the second Penn State alum to be drafted by the Eagles this year, joining Miles Sanders, who was drafted in the second round last night. And at 6'5", 260 pounds, Miller has the size that defensive coordinators covet in their edge rushers, and during his time at Penn State, Miller grew into one of the team's biggest leaders. The attention given to him last year following a strong breakout enabled Yetur Gross-Matos to explode onto the scene, but that didn't stop him from having some success of his own. He had 15 tackles for a loss, 7.5 sacks, and headlined another strong season for that PSU defense. But arguably most impressively, he finished with 47 quarterback pressures, which is very good production for a defensive end at the Big Ten level. We're going to dive into everything in a bit more depth over the coming days with a film room breakdown, but until then, here's everything you need to know about Shareef Miller, and if you want to see that film room, make sure you hit subscribe. There is a small concern that Miller can be quite one-dimensional. He doesn't have a vast array of pass rushing moves, and he can play at one speed. He does have a very impressive first step and some burst behind him. He's quick, has impressive ability to bend and really drive offensive linemen around the arc, but what he has in finesse, he misses in those technical intricacies, and that's something we'll dive into much deeper in the film room. Miller got better every single year he was at Penn State, which in terms of projecting that growth at the next level is obviously huge. And the other thing to note here is how young the Eagles are getting at defensive end. Within the next 3 years, they're going to be projected to have Derek Barnett, Josh Sweat, and of course, Shareef Miller. Now, what does this mean for Brandon Graham? He'll be playing out his contract deal. What about Vinny Curry? We don't know yet what life after 2019 holds. And as for Chris Long, unfortunately, this may draw the curtains on what has been a very short but emotional stint for Long, who has become at one with the Philadelphia fan base and its community, giving so much to charity. He told the team not to plan as if he was here, and that's sort of what the Eagles have done, adding a very valuable edge rusher in the process. Miller was named a third-team All-Conference pick in his junior season and was a co-winner of the Defensive MVP award for the Nittany Lions. To put Miller in a nutshell, he has got all the size and athleticism you could want at the position. It's just getting those fundamentals, those techniques, and adding some counter moves into his arsenal, and that luckily is where the Eagles are gifted with a tremendous coaching staff and some great veteran leaders as well to help him grow through those first couple of years. But harnessing that potential shouldn't be too hard. All the Eagles have to do is develop a counter move and get him to use those hands a bit more aggressively. But again, that's something we'll look at during the film room breakdown, so if you want to see that, guys, make sure you hit subscribe. What do you make of the selection? This is of course the second Penn State alum to be drafted by the Eagles this year. What are your thoughts on the draft so far? Let me know down in the comments, and don't forget you can go to phillysportsnetwork.com every single day of the week for daily Eagles content.